are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for showing up. Today is October the 22nd, 2021. You guys, we're going to go over some updates. I know you guys how do you update? Wanda, what are you asking? So we're going to go over some updates of whatever's been going on so everybody can catch up with what's going on. I can catch up what's going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of updates, a lot of things we can't talk about right now. I talked to some people, but got cut off because, like I told you guys, do have family emergencies. So we're just going to take it slow today. I hope you guys don't mind just taking it slow. And let's go over some of the things. And yes, they did confirm that was Brian Laundrie's remains, you guys, that they found. So let's get off into some of that. It says, family, your opinion is welcome. Call in. And yes, if anyone has any more updates other than just, yes, they are his remains, they checked by his dental records. I was listening to a little bit of it today, and the FBI said that terrain that's out there, it is covered to the chest high with water until the water receded. They wouldn't have never been able to get off into there. But where Bryant's family said that his car was located, it was 45-minute walk away from that. So that's pretty long way. And it was more like a zigzag. And then they said they zigzag too, but it's just weird how, and that's why I didn't really kind of go, really gung-ho into this, because and I'm just telling you what I felt. I felt like his parents could have prevented it have they just told earlier. They did tell earlier where the car was. They did tell them earlier where the car was located when they went to go pick up the car. They told him that. But you got to remember, the water was receding. I mean, not receding. The water was above chest level, probably by the time. Lisa Calhoun said, very weird. By the time they got out there. So, I mean, here's the thing. So everybody got all in their feelings. You know, they wanted to see some justice. They wanted him caught, even though that he was not charged with anything. And right now, you know, it just looks like he was already took him, either he took himself out or there was an accident, and he just, you know, he just said, probably took some pills and said, let me just sleep the rest of the night. And hmm, let me just sleep the rest of the night. Thank you, Don Pride. Thank you for the super chat. And what had happened was they said there's all kind of animals, water moccasins and alligators in there. All of that stuff is going on in that water. You guys, all kind of snakes and everything. So they could have had a field day with his body. So, I mean, that's what I see. Let me see here. I'm gonna get on in this chat because we can do that. Thank you, Don. Thank you. Thank you, Don, for the super chat. Let me see. I can find you right there. There you go. Thank you, Don. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I want to thank Don Pride. Thank you for the super chat. You guys know that we're supposed to be having this Christmas giveaway thing coming up. We're going to work on that a little bit. And that's why I want to get with all the mods so we can figure out how we're going to do it, when we're going to do it, and all this other stuff. And I'm sorry that you guys, that I'm just not like my happy self, but I'm trying to be there because you guys are my family. And when I see you guys, and it just makes me happy. Trust me, that's what makes me happy. When I start seeing you guys come in here, and I see you, I see Brown Sugar and Loving God and Miss King in the house, and just Pekin and Connie and Zena and Sonia Watts and Freddie and Marsha and Tina. You guys, I just really appreciate you guys. I really do. And Sheila, I see you in the house. She says, may God be with you. Always much love, blessings, always. Thank you, Ruby Turner. Thank you, guys. So let's get off into some more other details. Okay. So that's what they said about Bryant Laundrie, that he was 45 minutes away from the trail of where his car was, where his family said something. And here's the thing. The day that he came up missing, and the family told them where the car was. I'm thinking, why they didn't go search out there? They knew that there was a distress call. But I mean, you know, that's neither here or there. It's just kind of really awkward. It's very, very strange. I see you, Danae. She said, Danae, Diane. But Danae, thank you. Crawwell, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Danae. She says, Danae. She said, I like Danae. I like it too. I think it's pretty. Okay. Yes. You guys make sure when people give us these super chats, make sure you put the emojis in there, because it's going to determine how well we're going to be able to do our Christmas giveaway. But here's some things that's going on. So I may have a surprise for you guys really soon. I'm working on it in a little bit of a secret. I just ain't said nothing, but I'm working on it. Um, I'm just working on it. Trust me, I'm working on something that you guys, I think you guys are gonna go, we got that? Yes, we got that. So I just ain't presented it yet, but I will present it. And you guys will be very surprised that some of the people that I get to talk to, you guys just don't have a clue. You guys don't know. Thank you, Zena. She says, we appreciate you. I appreciate you guys too. I really do. So on the Brian Laundrie case, he actually was already probably gone. So all the stories, all the hours, I seen people, doing 5-hour lives, 12-hour lives, 7-hour lives, and I mean on all 24-hour lives. I'm like, what are they talking about? He's only got a warrant out for himself for misusing unauthorized credit card, unless they knew something that we didn't know, which they should have just came out because the public would have been in danger. You should just say something. But sometimes they don't tell us everything. They just don't, you guys. They don't tell us everything. So that's all that they said on Bryant. They have not told us what was in the backpack, what was on the notebook. He could have wrote a little letter saying, I'm offing myself. I want, you guys to know I let you guys down. I did what I did. And so I just, whatever, because usually if a person pretty much know that they're going to take out themselves, what do? They leave a letter. They leave a suicide letter. And I have not heard of one yet, but we don't know what's in that notebook. We don't know. I'm pretty sure it's going to tell us a lot of stuff. And we'll be talking about this for the next couple of months too, because this was a big case. But, it's just weird. I think he did a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't want to say. Let's see what you guys are talking about in the chat. I've got another update I want to share with you guys. But I see somebody saying something, and I probably need to go and get it. She says, unfortunately for Gabby, family won't get justice. Andrea Dupree said they won't get justice. They won't get to see like any kind of torture or go in jail. I know people be like, I wish she just rot in jail. Just sit there and rot in jail. Well, some jails, it's like that, but at some jails, it's not like that. It's pretty nice, and you can live a comfortable, life, if that's what you want to call it, in jail. It all depends pretty much on the money and some strings you can pull and things of that nature. So what do people call justice? Because if my child, and I'm not speaking for nobody, but if it was my child, I would almost consider that pretty much justice. You guys understand what I'm saying? Hey, Valerie, how you doing? Joel's in the house. Tracy Ian is in the house. Pez, Deborah Coker is in the building. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Make sure you hit the thumbs up as you come in the building, you guys. Make sure if you want that algorithm, let's do a share, okay? Let's do a share. Okay. One of these days, I'm going to test you guys, and y'all going to be like, well, you should have told us. Y'all don't never know when you're going to get tested. I'll be like, okay. I'll be asking y'all to share. Nobody don't share. I'll go look and see if there's a share. Everybody be like, I shared. I don't see none. And I'll be like, oh, okay. One of these days, y'all might be missing the big old thing. I'm just letting you know, hint. So anyway, there's another update. The skeletal remains. Yes, Leslie says the skeletal remains. It was nothing really left of him, but they did identify him by his dental records. Is Betty in the house? I didn't see if Betty came on in here, because I think Val said that I think he took himself out. I think he took himself out. So I'm going to make sure that that was said to me. And I think you guys heard it too, but I'm like, I think he's a coward. I think he just let the animals eat him up. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? I see you in the building. Hey, loving God, thank you for showing up. Let me hit this real quick.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Somebody say, there go Betty. Betty's in the building. So I'm going to need you guys to come on up. But I want to share something with you. Did you guys not hear? Listen. Who followed the cupcake case? Anybody followed the cupcake case? Hey, Valerie, I see you in the building. She said, hey, Queen. Who followed the cupcake case? Or was it cupcake? No. I'm sorry. Not the cupcake case. Not the cupcake case. No. I'm sorry. The Malia Davis case. Who followed the Malia Davis case? Sonia Watts, I follow that one too. I know that's probably what you said. I follow them all. Who followed the Malia Davis case? Shalana followed it. Sonia Watts followed it. Miss Didi. Danae followed it. Okay. Betty followed it. Okay. Valerie did, and Zena did, and Dime did. Dime a dozen in the building. Miss King did. Okay. Diva R is up in there. Cherie Johnson, she did. Lisa Calhoun, Teresa. Danae said I did that one too. Okay. So let me tell you something. What happened? If you guys don't know, I know you guys say, I already heard about it. So you remember the chief police that everybody was thinking that he was dating, Malia Davis's grandmother. I can't remember what her name was. If you guys remember her name, put her first name in there. Don't put her last name in there. But I can't. Brenda. Her name was Brenda, right? Okay. So the chief police, remember we did an update on the chief Art Avadoro, Avanajo, or whatever his name is. Anyway, he went over to Miami to take over Miami, and he said the wrong thing, you guys. He said the wrong thing. He got to talking about, what did he say wrong? He said something about the Cubans. He said something like the Cubans was running the town down in there, and you know what I'm saying? The mafia. He said it in front of everybody. And you know what? They fired him. He now on unemployment. I mean, I'm not laughing at his circumstances, but you can't go to Florida, and if they were running Florida, you can't go in there telling everybody that like that. That's a no-no. So remember when a lot of people was like, see, you play dirty, and you guys did not never go and pick up what's the young lady's name? For some reason, and I hate to say this, but people were calling her Big Draws, and I'm not trying to call her Big Draws. I can't remember her name. Brittany. Okay. They didn't never, like really question Brittany or anything, because he was, being nicey with Brenda. That is a update. So if you guys see Art Avadoro or something, he said the worst thing he could have did was come over there to Miami without doing his homework, and spoke before he did his homework. That got him fired instantly on the spot. Because, Art Ace Vado, that's his name, Ace Vado Avadero. Ace Vado. I may even be saying his name wrong, and I'm not trying to. I'm really trying to tell you guys without, like I said, names. I'm just really crazy, weird about, but his name is Art Ace Fidel. I thought he was a really, he was okay, nice looking, and he's Cuban himself. That's the thing about it. I thought he was Mexican, but I guess that's somewhat of a Spanish. ACV Do. Miss Dee Dee says ACV Do. Okay, so that was something else that was an update. What else was an update? I guess there's an update should be coming up on the Tyrese case. Okay, there should be an update on there. You guys, make sure you have your face in the place Tuesday. Okay, that's all I got to say. Just have your face in the place Tuesday, and we'll take it from there. But it should be an update on that case. I hear that they supposed to have went to court. But it's funny how I'm hearing it from everywhere else, but I'm not hearing it from the people that needs to be keeping me in, in the loop of things. So we just need to make sure we all come in here and support the channel, support, the cause of Warriors for Children, and we want justice for anybody that family is missing, got taken out, can't find, or anything. We want justice. Okay. He should have known that about Florida. Yeah, he should have known. He wasn't gonna go in there and make no. Well, what he first did when he first went in, if you really want to know, he started firing a lot of people and demoting a lot of people. When he stepped on, it was the very next day. He was like, "You demoted, you're fired, and now look." SP, did you hear the bio dad of the West Boys has started searching for them? No, I did not hear that. That's good. That's good. Any other updates, you guys? Because I'm gonna go through here and hopefully I can find something. And I'm gonna invite y'all up here though. I'm gonna invite you up here because it is Friday, and my Friday is, I'm gonna say like Whitney Houston, my Friday is whack. It is. I ain't had a bad day like this in years. When I say years, maybe 10, 11, 12 years. Hi. How you say that? Rob Blacking. ROB L King. How do you say your name? Okay, let me start reading a little bit, and so I can get what's on it. Art Ace Fidel was born in Cuba. Yes, see, somebody just said that he was born in Cuba. He said, why would he say that? He was like, y'all got the Cubans over here, the mafia over here running everything, and they all Cuban. They was like, you get out of here. I miss talking to you too, Latanya. Was that Latanya? Latoya. That's Latoya. I'm sorry, Latoya. I miss talking to you too. That's why I had to go back and look at your name. Okay, so let me start rolling because I see ain't nobody. Oh, I didn't even put it up there. I'm sorry, you guys. My mind is 50 million places right now, but I'm getting better. I just got to. I just have to. Jessica, hey, how you doing? Valet says, tonight in Australia, we are having a Love Him or Not special. John Wash on Petito case. He said bad things about Brian, so wondering how this will go down now. Oh, really? Okay. Hey, this is SP.
Hey, Lady SD, this is Miss Val in Bellflower. Yeah, he messed up that case in Houston because I really believe Brittany had something to do with Malaya. And then he go over to Florida, Miami, and he gonna run or start some stuff over there, and they fired him. I said, karma is something else. I said, then the baby they was looking for, Major Harris, they done found him. The little 3-year-old that was missing.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, shot in the head. I said, my God. And then
Oh, so the baby was found. The baby was shot in the head.
yeah, that dad is upset. He is upset. I said, I don't blame him. A 3-year-old, why would you shoot him in the head? He couldn't tell nothing. So I say, but you know, it's the world we living in, and I say the young should be off limits to everybody. In the old too, heck, these women, you know, men being shot left and right. So I said, oh gosh, but you be getting those updates, I'm sure. She just probably advancing in the right work. So I'm sure that she will be getting you the updates if you don't already have one.
Right. They did go to court today, right?
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to Carol because I had double epidurals in my back, so I've been laying flat since yesterday. And I ain't trying to move around too much to get in pain. So,
Right.
but yeah, this is crazy. So I said, yeah, but Brian, I said it was Brian. That was him. So Bones or whatever, they identified him by his teeth.
Right.
And I say, you know, any life loss is sad, but he didn't want to face no justice because it wasn't just a credit card that he would take himself out of. He do your time, or hey, your mom pay your fine or whatever. But he knew he had killed this girl,
Right.
allegedly, and possibly more people. So
Okay. So do you think in that notebook that they have, do you think he was writing some stuff in there about, you know, a journal of what he has done?
Hopefully so, because the FBI got that, and they can, you know, bring things to light, you know, where other people, if it was in the water in a backpack, or they say the backpack and notebook was over from him. So I said, okay, hopefully that they can decipher what was his mind, what did he do, how many people did he kill, if any more, allegedly.
Right.
So, but something is, I said, but I knew he wasn't going to come in alive.
Right.
And I hate that for his parents, you know, but hey, think about Gabby's parents too. And the
Right.
other
Do you think
parents,
this is justice or not justice?
you know what? I don't think it's justice.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because they get no closure. You know, he dead, but why would you do this? Why you just didn't let her go, which she was planning on leaving him. So that, I guess he snapped, which that's what they would use in court. Oh, it was a crime of passion. Oh, he snapped. Well, she had hit him. No, I think this is a pretty good justice of karma.
Right.
Because a long thing went to jail, what, 10, 15 years. You know, with his race, he probably served 15 years. Who knows?
Okay.
You know?
So you did say you thought that he was gonna probably take himself out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did.
So do you think that notebook or something? Somebody's asking in the chat. Let me see. Mary is saying, do you think that he's asked Gabby's parents for forgiveness?
I hope so. But I mean, that don't lose anything.
Well, at least they'll know that he did do it, and they ain't got to sit there and ever wonder, like,
Right.
was it an accident? You know, I was going on my way home the other day, and I thought, you know, a lot of people now is doing this new thing in the sex part of the situation where they choke each other and stuff. And people that usually have a lot of knockout fights and you know, like being very aggressive and combative, they usually like that type of activity in their intimacy. Because yeah, they did a study on it, and I was reading up on it. They did a study, and they said that people that's very combative, like they like to fight and they argue and they stay together, and you can't pull them apart. And no matter what the one did, they like to get even that way, even intimacy, and sometimes they get addicted to it, and it goes south, and you know, and
It's like that bondage stuff. No, don't show me.
well,
Yeah,
see,
mama, don't.
well, here's the thing. Here, this is what I don't understand, and I may not ever understand it, but when you go out into the wilderness or you're camping and you get away from all the noise, all the riffraff, and all the busy streets and the signs and the bells and the whistles and the phones and the TV and all of that, and you just got nature and you got the person with you, there's really not a lot to argue and yell about. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Peace and tranquility and looking at the nature of everything. But I can't do it.
I can see you not having enough money, but to get really so upset, I don't get it.
Strangle somebody, then possibly because the investigator on those two girls' case, the investigator believes he is responsible for that because allegedly his keys was found near them. So that's why he took a plane home to get extra keys or somewhere to clear their storage. But I said, wait a minute. Hopefully we'll find out some sort of details that they can pull it up from that notebook. I
Right.
said, I hope so. I said, because they need closure. I said, oh, yeah, it makes me just want to live in a bubble, put my 3 grandkids and my other 2 daughters in there. Y'all stay right here, because they don't know where y'all at, and hey, nobody gonna come past me. It is pitiful. It is pitiful. But I'm not gonna go past my 5 minutes. I've done found my patience and my clock.
All righty.
Okay, love.
All right. Bye bye. I appreciate her calling in and giving her, you know, her opinion about what's going on. I'm trying to save me some time on my phone here. Yeah, I guess I got it upside down or something. I don't know. Maybe I do, or maybe I don't. Maybe I do, and maybe I don't. It's been a crazy day. Okay, so Betty says, I don't believe he took himself out. I think the elements overtook him. Took home. What do you mean, Betty? What do you mean? What do you mean? You really think so? So somebody's asking Sonia Joseph, did he? What did Sonia Joseph say? I'm sorry, I don't feel bad for Brian. He killed Gabby. No, I don't feel bad. I'm just saying that we don't know if, I mean, we don't know if he did. I mean, it's still allegedly. Had they have any evidence, then we could say, oh yeah, we know. But when you don't have evidence, I can't say I know for certain. Oh, I would just give him the death penalty because he did this to Gabby. What evidence do we have other than they were together and being in the wilderness? You know what they say? They say if a tree falls in the wood and nobody's there, or something like, do it still make a sound? Hey, Judge Betty, how you doing?
Good evening, SP. How are you? I was typing too fast. And good evening to everyone in the channel. I really think that the elements overtook him. He was just too narcissistic to take his own life. He was walking, he was meeting, I'm sorry, his parents. Oh, they got some shady stuff going on with them. How you walk up and find his backpack, how you walk up and find this book. I believe he wasn't too far. He would come down and meet them, or they would leave certain things for him at that area. I just believe that. And what happened, it might have, he might have settled in, not going back up in that evening or that day, and didn't realize that a storm was coming through and just got swept away. I just do not think he took his own life. And the fact that, I don't know if you heard this, the backpack was dry.
The backpack. No, I didn't hear that. The backpack
Yeah.
was dry.
It was dry. It wasn't wet, wasn't soiled. It was dry. And the book was dry. So that's
And the
why
what was
people
dry?
requested the book, the little journal or whatever they found.
Uh-huh.
So they're wondering. So now it's like, why did y'all really go out there? Did y'all go out there to plant this stuff because you already knew that he was, deceased,
Right.
and you just wanted them to find him, or you kind of suspected he was deceased because he put those things there. You already had that backpack and that journal, and he had already said, "What if the elements didn't take him, that he denoted in that book to his parents what he was going to do. They took the backpack. I just believe that.
Right.
I believe that.
Wow.
I don't know so much about him killing himself. He's just too.
So you think this man that says that he's this survivalist is like, oh, it's raining, I'm just not gonna get up and do anything. And I know that there's alligators and water moccasins out there and you name it. I'm just gonna stay right here and just
He probably did not think the rain or the water would come in. Like, how can I, like when you look at a street and all of a sudden, have you ever been out in the rain that started all of a sudden pouring down?
yeah.
Just pouring down raining. And you think you're good until you come up with what looks like a small amount of water. And before you know it, your car is immersed in this water. And you're trying to figure out, oh my God. I don't think that he may have not, what is the word I want to say? I don't have the word for it right now, but it's like he underestimated what the rain was like that day. That's just me. And it could be that he actually took his own life.
Right.
But that's
Well,
it.
if there's a gunshot
He don't
wound, that means he took his own life.
And he took his own life, yes.
Zena says she heard that notebook was a computer. Is that what they call the notebook? Really,
Maybe that's what okay, I'm going to hang up. I was thinking it was paperback.
I thought so too.
Oh.
So that's why we come in here so we can share. Yeah, well, when people say notebook, that could be a yeah. I was thinking the same thing you were thinking.
That's dating myself because I'm thinking a tablet.
Yeah.
Handwriting tablet.
Right.
I forgot a notebook is a electronic device. So if that's the case, let's ask ourselves this.
Right.
Right. The backpack dry. So the parents still, to me, should answer questions, even if not to the public, to the FBI, because they got there and they could pick this stuff up immediately.
So do you think? But what do you think about somebody killing him and putting him out there?
And on that note, I'm gonna go back in the chat. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh,
I
okay.
wouldn't be surprised. People were very riled up about the fact that, one, his family was not being cooperative, and two, his arrogance when he first came back. See, think about it now. This is going to be the timeline.
Right.
How long has he been out there? Because these are skeletal remains. I do understand alligators and all of that. So I'm like you. Maybe somebody shot him and took him out there because everybody kept saying, well, he's out in the culture. And whoever did it, if somebody did that, they probably didn't care about getting money. They just didn't like the fact that he got away with hurting that young lady.
Right. Well, I don't
I'm
think.
gonna go back in the chat.
All right. Thank you.
All right, then. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I don't think nobody liked that. Especially, a man that is very powerful, more powerful than a lot more females. I mean, the majority of men are stronger. I'm not going to say all of them, because there are some women that can handle their business and they can handle themselves. But there are a majority of a lot of men, especially when you look at the the body weight of Gabby, and then you look at Brian. I mean, he wasn't too far from her, but still he was solid. She was more fragile, like lettuce and maybe some carrots every now and then, a little yogurt or something. Very well fit, healthy, still fragile, because I mean they, every time the police would even, talk about her, they would say she don't weigh nothing but a buck and a half, or 100 pounds soaking wet or something. I mean, that just tells you that she just was very, just very, and she worked at a fitting place, and she always was seen, about healthy and eating and stuff, but she still wasn't strong, like, her bones were strong enough to deal with somebody choking her or hitting on her, things of that nature. Let me read some of you guys' comments. I'm seeing them coming in. So let me see. Joanna says police will say anything to end a case so they don't have to work. Look at the force in charge now. Would you really trust their words? Okay. Okay, Lisa says she's just going to wait for the Lifetime movie, see how it ends. Oh, trust and believe it's on its way, too. Oh, yeah. That movie is on its way. Let me see. This thing skips up so fast. Okay. Loving God says the notebook was in a plastic bag, she heard. I just read up on Major Harris, how heartbreaking. Dental records would mean x-rays, wouldn't it? X-rays? Probably. Dental records may not mean, yeah, it could mean x-rays. It could. It's a possibility. Okay. Mary is saying how sad they were both so young. It's just a tragedy because they could have moved on, and they could have. They could have. And D Diva's in the building, and she says, my theory is I think his father found him deceased before and left him there. He had been out there in that area before it started raining. Wow. Pez says she watched Bones, so she knows all about autopsies and how to find the criminal. Because she watches Bones. Yeah. Love Shack Sarah's in the building. She says, as far as BL is concerned, I don't mean to be cold, but I believe this is the best possible outcome. Oh, yeah. And with his personality and the weirdo groupies, decades in prison means him tormenting her family. Just her opinion. Okay? And that sounds, because I don't know if we want it one way or want it this way. They say, do you want peanut butter? Do you want a jam? Do you want it over here? Or do you want it over there? You know what I'm saying? So what do you want? Because some people be like, we're going to give him 3 square meals a day. And then he sits around playing dominoes. And there he's got his own phone. He got his TV. And they're doing weights. And he's going to school. So that's why I asked. You guys think that's justice? What's done happened? See, I can't even be happy. I can't be happy because, like I said, I don't know if the person was guilty of anything. Now, allegedly, he looks that way. He looks very, very guilty. But, because there's always a what if, and I'm not trying to change nobody's mind or anything. I'm just saying, now, do I believe he probably did or something? I have my suspicions that, you guys understand. So I have my suspicions there, but I would have liked for him to leave a note. At least I wouldn't have to be thinking that there's somebody out there killing everybody, just killing people all over the place. You guys understand what I'm saying? But he could have took himself out and shot himself with the same gun that the other two ladies got shot with, or you know, I don't know about just laying there and just letting the rain, build up where he just lets himself drown because, it's just chest. They say to your chest area. And I wonder what they would mean by the chest area because everybody's chest area is not the same. So Sonia Joseph says she heard that the notebook was wet. I don't know where y'all got this extra information from. Somebody say it's dry and it was in a plastic bag, and somebody say it was wet. I don't know which one is true. So we're bringing this update because why wasn't the body moved down the river, and why did they go directly to Brian's belonging? This is a distraction. Evidence was planted. Maxine done spoken. That is a possibility too. That is definitely a possibility because it's just really weird to me. All this looking for him, couple of months go by, and they doing this, they doing that. They're like this, that. The daughter and them done got into it, and I guess they don't have a problem getting into it with the daughter. She done got on TV and was like, "Hey, Bryant, you got our family into this. You need to come up, and do what you need to do." And now the family like, "We're not talking to you no more. Why are you trying to protect him?" And I don't know if she really was trying to protect him, but sometimes you got to make statements like that so you can show yourself worthy, or you trying to do the right thing. I knew when Dog said he's off the case and he was going back to his town, that he said it's no longer for him to search. I was like, oh. Then I seen the FBI thing come out, and it was just like I said, I don't know how many of you guys were happy. If you was happy about it, put a 1 in the chat. If you were happy about those were Brian Laundrie's remain, put a 1 in the chat. I don't know. Tracy says some people are saying that it was not Brian's bones and he pulled some teeth and put a different body. Oh, really? Okay. We hear all kind of theories that could be possibly happen too, but I'm pretty sure that they identified him more than just his just his teeth. His teeth was probably a more of a exact match. Everything else is like, oh, instead of it being a 5 out of 5, it probably was a 3 or 2 or something like that. But I don't know. I think we look for stories and we want it to be more. And, I couldn't understand one thing. If he was not charged with anything, but down the road, a warrant for misusing a credit card. And they spent millions of dollars looking for him. And he was also known the most hated person in the world. A lot of people were angry. Then it just seems to me when the police or the FBI, and I'm not talking down on them. Trust me, I'm not doing it. I mean, hey, when you need them, trust and believe, you're going to call them, okay? I don't talk down on, people that do our community and our country service. I may not like the way they do it, but like I said, if you ever need them and you have to call them, you probably would think or hope, because ain't nobody else going to come out there to help you try to resolve or get what you need done. So they have to get in the middle of always situations that they don't know how it's going to work out. Do I think they did a good job in looking for him? They had all the manpower. They had all the cadaver dogs out there. They had all the search dogs out there. They had dog out there searching. And everybody. And then finally one day, the father gets up, go directly where the car was parked, walked down a little bit and say, here's his backpack. Now, here's the thing. People's like, now that sounds strange. I'm pretty sure that's probably why they didn't want to come out and let you find it. But evidently, wasn't nobody going to find nothing. They were over here. They was on the Appalachian Trail. They were everywhere but where that area at. And when you start looking and searching, I just want to share this with you guys. I would think that when there's an area like Carton area or whatever, the park or whatever reserves, like if it's flooded and got a whole bunch of water, and you know within days or something, if it's not raining, surely the water's going to go down. And wouldn't you go over those areas, or wouldn't you go back and search areas that you've already searched? I don't know. It is sounding a little fishy to me a little bit. It just does. Because it's not the day that they found him, but everybody in the world is looking. And the father just goes right to where the car was, where they picked up the car. And he just went down and was like, oh, here it is. This is his backpack. You guys feel what I'm saying? Sonia Watts says, I agree with Maxine. Until someone from way up in law force investigation, God knows. Barbara says, his lawyer spoke on television this morning and they asked him, is there something that in there that he has said? And the lawyer said, I cannot say nothing right now. So they're going to say something. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you. If they really cared about Brian, why would his parents let him go there, given they knew the shocking conditions and how dangerous it was? I thought they did this all the time. That's what kind of family they were. They were an outdoor type of family. That's what I thought. Okay, we got, I think I jumped way up and I'm trying to, everybody said, you didn't read mine. I'm like, let me read it real quick. Let me see. I think the parents should have had the privilege to go search when they decided to go. Okay. All that money spent on that case is baffling when there are so many out there still missing. Yes. Can a person still be charged posthumously? Can a person still be charged? What do you mean? After death? What good would it do to charge somebody after death, if that's what you're saying? Like I said before, I'm not knowing. I cannot fathom anybody's personality and heart on speculation. There was another side of that story, and we will never hear it. Well, we might hear it. We don't know what is in his phone, in that notebook, in that backpack. We might hear some detail. Just think, if those bullets come back, the young ladies that got taken out, the two, the gay couple that had just got married, if that come back the same bullet, if he shot himself, that tells you something, okay? Because I don't think he's going to strangle himself. I'm not saying he can't, but I don't think that's the way he went out. So did he chop something off and just let himself bleed out or something? Did he shoot himself? Because that right there, if they find that bullet, that might tell the whole story right there. And then you guys will know that he was involved in that other case. I doubt he died of exposure or was murdered. Yeah. Love Shock Sarah. I'm in agreement with you. I think he probably took himself out. I mean, I want to believe it was something else, but most of the time it's usually just right there in front of us. And yeah, it'd make a good storyline if you could finish it, but I believe he just Did that. Remember, put God first and the blessings will flow, Candy said. Yes, they will. Hey, Evelyn, how you doing? She says, he did. I'm late. I think before he left the house, his parents knew what he did. And he told them if he don't turn himself in 1021, that means he went that other route and to come look for him at his favorite spot on the trail. Yep. Too many coinky dinks. Exactly. There's a lot of coinky dinks. They knew he killed that woman, and that's why they got a lawyer. S. Hagen said yes, X-rays, most definitely. She's in agreement with you on it. And then Afaterica says it is always justice for justice sake. And then Deborah says I think his parents being knowing because they did want to say something, or he could have all them. Or could have told them. They knew it was a dumping ground. Really? Knew it was a dumping ground. Oh, okay. Let me go. I'll never get to the end of this. And where's that? Thank you, Candy Richardson, for the super chat. You guys, I'm gonna make sure that's gonna be. Let me read some more before I go. Just in the notebook, salvageable. It's to me would have been better if Brian was found alive, only if he would have told the truth. Sonny said he was a bold coward, self-harm the most sense. So out of all these people searching for him, only the parents found everything. He's not noble enough to do himself in. A partial skeleton set of human remains were found. If it was a finger, a toe, or teeth, they would not declare him dead. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. A person can live if they cut off a finger, a toe, or teeth, their teeth. The lawyer was a real estate attorney, not a criminal attorney. So if Brian told them exactly what he did, I would think they would have gotten a criminal attorney, don't you? Well, I didn't know that. Okay. I think they knew exactly what happened. Hey, Batcave, how you doing? I don't think it's him. Whoa, Latoya says she do not think it's him, you guys. If it were not a dumping ground, why finance so many bodies? 9 bodies they need. Wow. I did hear it was like 9 bodies that they've been finding out there. Like, I mean, it's just went crazy, you guys. It's crazy. It's crazy. All righty. This is our update for Friday, you guys. I think people are forgetting the amount of water that had receded. Yeah. It's got to be a lot. Afaterica says it was by his teeth they found enough of his jawbone, apparently to be able to identify him by his teeth. They are still out there looking for more of his remains. Yeah, they're going to have to look because alligators and stuff, when they eat you, they chomp. They don't go picking up the eyeball and fingernail and you know what I'm saying, and little pieces of skin. They just don't do it. They can't. All right. Freddie says a serial killer dumping grounds. All right, you guys. Thank you, Candy Richardson, for giving us a super chat. I want to make sure everybody's, I want to tell you guys, thank you for coming in here. Please make sure I'm pretty sure we're gonna start our giveaway come 1st of November. Okay, we're gonna start the giveaway 1st of November, but we've got something brewing on Tuesday. So make sure you guys come on in there, support the Tyrese family. If you're supporting victims, you're supporting the family, come on in there. We want to hear the updates on that. And because it might be the last one, because I'm pretty sure we have been like really on the information and really on the information. And then there's some other things that we have to, figure out. You guys understand what I'm saying? Because there's some more information coming. All right. So, thank you, Candy Richardson. Thank you for the super chat. You guys be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hold your power.
Decided to go into pre-law, then journalism. And with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. I prayed. So you will catch a break.